Do you sometimes feel like you are putting a lot of stuff out there, whether it be doing a video or speaking to someone on social media or on your website or any other way that you're promoting yourself, but no one's actually understanding what it is? You're putting it out there, but no one's picking it up. Well, stick with me in this episode, because what I want to do is have a conversation with you today to help you to understand how to tune in so that the right people are hearing what it is that you've got to say, and it enables you to get your message out there. Hi, this is Grant Herbert, Emotional Intelligence Master Coach Trainer, and today I want to talk to you about getting your message heard. Over the last couple of years, we've had a lot of disruption go on. We've had things change. There's been a lot of words used like pivot. And I know myself personally that I've had to pivot more than once. As someone who used to do a lot of work traveling around the world and was speaking and training and coaching people and developing people in the law profession and working with people in global mobility and different areas such as that, I had to actually change a lot of the things that I was doing. With the pandemic continuing to go as long as it's gone so far, I had to make sure that I shifted from what I was doing then to what I need to do now, so that I can still have a practice that is thriving and is doing what I intend it to do all around the world. You see, what I'm doing and how I'm doing it has changed. Who I am and what I stand for hasn't. So the reason I'm having this conversation with you is I had to have this same conversation with myself. In doing the shifting and the changing over the last couple of years, I know that I've confused some people. I know that people are listening to what I'm saying and they're thinking, are you talking to me? And the reason they're doing that is that my message that was here has changed to the one that's here. I was talking with lawyers before, and now I'm talking to coaches, and I'm helping coaches to become authorities and social and emotional intelligence experts so that they can build a practice like I've done. So I've changed and I've shifted the level of what it is that I'm doing to meet the current demand and also to be able to navigate the changes that are happening through the pandemic. However, I'm confusing some of the people that I was speaking to before. What I decided to do when I was listening to my coach is shift the message. So when things change, we need to shift the message. So when we started back in early 2020, the message was still for the same people. However, I had to tweak the message because delivering it the way I was delivering it before wasn't going to work. A lot of the practices I worked with were going into survival mode instead of growth mode. So therefore the message had to shift. As my own practice needed to shift from where it was to where it's going now, I too had to change my message. The challenge was in the way I did it. Now, the reason why I'm telling you this about me is so that it helps you, because there's nothing worse for someone who's wanting to take a message to the world, who wants to grow their practice, if there are people out there not quite sure whether you're talking to them. You and I, in that situation, could have people walking past us every single day that need our help. Yet, our radio station is not quite tuned in to the one that they are listening to. If I'm still talking to lawyers, but I'm speaking in Coach FM, then lawyers aren't understanding what I'm doing. So now that I've explained the problem and I've identified what it is that I've been doing my best with what I know to shift from here to here, what I want to do is give you an encouragement to help you to be able to shift some things around so that the right people that want you right now, that need what it is that you give, can actually be tuned in and hear what you're saying. The key element in being able to do this, in being able to go from a confusing message to one of clarity that gets the right people listening, is to come back to the root message that you've got inside of you. One of the worst things we can do is speak about the way we do things, speak about coaching or training, and speak about who it is that we are speaking to or we want to work with. What we want to be able to do is come back to the topic of our message. For me, my topic that I am known for around the world and that I speak on, that I train in and I certify and coach other people to do the same, is social and emotional intelligence. So what I've decided to do, I'm a bit slow, it took me a while to get it, is go back to speaking about that. When I speak about social and emotional intelligence in the authority that I've built around the world in that topic, it doesn't matter whether you're one of my law firm clients or whether you are a coach in practice that wants to do what I do, the message is still the same. So in everything that I write, everything that I video, in my podcast, what I'm going to do is bring it all back to speaking about this wonderful thing called emotional intelligence, where we get back to what it is, why it matters, and how it can help you to navigate this current situation. How you can use this message to build up your own identity, to reduce your anxiety, your fear, the challenges of that internal dialogue, and all the things that I've been talking about. And how developing your social and emotional intelligence skills can help you to grow in all areas of your life. Social and emotional intelligence is the ability to be aware of your emotions and to be aware of what might be going on in the emotions of others in the moment. And then to use that information to manage the way that you respond and to create better relationships. That's my message. And in that, and the 26 competencies that I work in, there is plenty for me to talk about that's going to help you. And it means I'm still going to be able to serve the clients that I have that are lawyers and law firms, and I'm still going to be able to develop the people who want to become coaches, want to become trainers, whether they be internal in an organization or external in their own practice. And my message will be the same. So hopefully I've done exactly what I want to help you with. Hopefully this video has laid a platform of you understanding who I am and what I'm about. You know that my core message is around social and emotional intelligence. From that, I can help apply that in various different professions, situations, and areas of your life. So starting next week, I'm going to step us through each week a competency of social and emotional intelligence. So make sure that you click the subscribe button and you hit that bell so that you know when I'm going live. If you're listening to this in the podcast, make sure you're subscribed. And by the way, I would really love to hear your thoughts. Jump down in the comments in the YouTube videos or on the podcast, leave a review and give me your insights. What is it that came out of this episode for you. Well, that's it from me for another week. I wanted to keep this short. I wanted to put a framework together so that you understand who I am and why it is that you should be listening to me right now. So I know that if my message doesn't fit you, you're not listening to this. There's something about my message that's attracted you to me. And I want to make sure that I continue to do that. And we've got our Emotional Intelligence Online Summit coming up in about 40 days' time, I think it is. And I want to make sure that you get every opportunity to come along to as much of that as you can. It's something that I put on globally every year. And because of COVID, we're not doing it in person. And that's fantastic because I've been able to help way more people and pull together some great speakers to help you to get a better understanding of why social and emotional intelligence is needed more than ever right now. I'll see you next week.